Hello everyone, I am Lin Yizheng from Windows Server Interoperability team, the same with Simon and Justin. Yeah. Today I will introduce FSA to all of you. First, let's look at the agenda. First, I will briefly introduce the protocol first, and then the second session is for the test suite. Okay, let's look at this. FSA is an algorithm flow document. It is describing the wild visible behaviors which we can monitor from network monitor. This protocol references three other protocols. The first is CIFS, the second is SMB, and the other is SMB2. Because CIFS is no longer supported, and now SMB has been replaced and extend its functionality. So we'll have SMB, SMB2, and SMB3. So we have three versions for now. And SMB client will negotiate with the SMB server, then he select a different SMB version to connect to the share, and then pass the operations to the FS layer for the object store. In FSA, you have many operations, and these I categorize them here, so you can have an overview of them. Actually, from the technical document, you can see that you have many operations. So it is the same with the diagram here. For Windows 8, we have some new FSDL code added. The first is integrity. This CTL code is added for IFS file system, and the second is copy offload related, and the third is for file level trim and some file system sector size information. In Windows 8, we have a new file system. We call it resilient file system. There is a new feature was added. It is integrity. We will check the data integrity. And there are some features was previously supported in MTFS. Now we are not supported anymore, such as object ID and quarters. For more information, you can refer to this block. This block has posted in an MSDN. Yeah, it is this one. We can find the supported information here. So some features now we don't support it in this new file system. And tomorrow we will also have a section to discuss about this for more detail. Okay, let's go with the slide. Before is the overview of this protocol. Now let's introduce the test suite. In our test suite, we combined two test approach here. First, if we use traditional methods to implement the scenarios especially for Windows 8 specific, and use SMB to cover more requirements. As you know, for the algorithm, we have many if-else statements. So each test case will be a test. And For the test suite architecture, we have this view. First, test case will call the adapter method, and then he add as a client simulator SMB client to select any of the SMB versions to communicate with the shared folder, then pass the operations to the file system. For a basic FS environment, we have 3 nodes. The first important node is the client, and the second is the SUT. It means the file. This SUT will provide the file share folders and different file systems for test. And in this process, we already installed FSA into this cluster environment. Basically, we will use 2 nodes. The first is the client, and the second is node 1 of the cluster. Of course, we also support cluster environment, but this node is the most important information you will set in the configuration. In this SUT, we have some file systems prepared, such NTFS and IEFS. You can select everyone if you are interested. We have created many shortcuts for you to easily to run our test case. In the client, we have FSA folder, and after click on this folder, we have many shortcuts. You just double click on this batch file, and you'll run our test cases. For the test suite structure, it's almost same as file sharing other protocols. We have batch file to run test cases and some test binaries. And also we provide test suite documents about such as deploy the environment. And we also provide some configuration scripts for you create the file system, and also we provide the source codes for you to debug if you find any issues. And we also provide the library codes. So you can full control the code to run against partners' environment, all of you. And for the test suite code, we add many traditional test cases, and we also already add them into some folders. You can easily find it. And here are some configuration files. And others are generated automatically by model-based model. Yeah. For the environment configuration, we have most important one is deployment configure. It involves the node 1 I ever showed you before in the cluster environment. This is very important. It is your this node contains your file systems and share folders for tests. And here is the credential to access the share folder. If your credential is different, you can change this. And for the transport, by default, we use SMB3 to access your share folder. If you want to test any backward compatibility for such as SMB or SMB2, you can change this transport. And here is the file system configuration. Yeah, we support some file systems. We also provide a batch file to run the test cases interactively. We'll, after execute this batch file, we'll promote some tabs, such as file system, which file system do you want to test, and which SMB version do you want to select, such as we use SMB3. And here is categories for you select. After tab select, the first one is this traditional SMBs, and then it will run the test case. Now, before the simple demo, I will show you the diagram. First, test case will send a create file to the file system, and then file system will return the file handles to the test case. The test case, then we will use the file handle to query file system info. Then the server will respond accordingly. Then our test case will verify it. So this call sequence is very simple, but we have many test cases to cover the algorithm details. Okay, I will show you a quick demo. This document is well visible, so we can use network monitor to monitor the traffic. We can use the filter SMB or SMB2, and we start it. Then we select file test case to execute. Now let's see then the test node. The SUT is node 1, and we use SMB3 version. And the file system is NTFS. And this case is for object ID specific. So it's very quickly, and then now you can see, okay, the test environment is file system NTFS. We use the SMB3 version, and this is the share folder. The test step is very simple. Now let's see if it is correct. So this is for NTFS. So the object ID is supported, and you can find it from here. If you want to test IEFS, okay, we can change it and just run it again. If you have many file systems, it can easily change to cover many scenarios to your file system. So this is for IEFS. It has been changed. Let's see what's. Now, yes, it is not supported. So this was described in before. Object ID is not supported for now. It is supported in NTFS and not supported in IEFS. So this is a simple demo. Okay, we are jumping into Q&A section. Do you have any questions for this?
I have a question. If you get a failure, what kind of error information do you get? We'll just say, like, maybe the bit expected object ID to be set, but it wasn't set.
Oh, okay.
I was just wondering what kind of information you get when there's an error in the system you're testing. If it tells you which bit should have been set that wasn't set, or just tells you it failed in general.
Let's view the source code. Yes, we have this information, such as, okay, I just type it as true, so it will always, or I can type it as false. he will show you the for NTFS. Actually, NTFS supports the object ID, but this I just changed to false, right? So the test case should be fail. Yeah. The file object ID is not support, and this must. Oh, sorry, it's not. Oh, this info is incorrect because I just changed this to false. Yeah, it should be the next one. Okay.
That's very good. Okay, thanks.
Any more questions? Okay, if you have any other questions, you can ping me directly. I will be here till the end of this week. I can support you anytime. Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks, Ling Li. And